Yes, okay. Radio Pac-Man on 6238 has been heard. Radio Pac-Man International from Holland. Also, no problem to pick you up here. You're slightly weaker than Weekend Music Radio. So, Radio Pac-Man, compliments on your 8 watts there. Compliments on your only 8 watts. Yes, okay, Jack and Voice of the Netherlands. Sorry for being stereo on the frequency. Hope we are mono now. Oh dear, I'm having some RF feedback into the microphone right now. Okay, I should be better now. Okay, sorry to be switching on at the same time, Jack. You know, it's quite late over here also. And that's a problem, of course. Radio Caroline this afternoon on the radio map. A sad moment for us all, of course. Okay, MA54, quite late over here in Germany. 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know if I will come back. I will listen on the frequency, and also I will listen this morning to the Sunday pilot. I'm not quite sure if I will come back on frequency here. I think I will make this my final. Okay, I will say it's only 4 stations listening to the Voice of the Netherlands, Radio Pac-Man, WMR, Weekend Music Radio. Yes, of course, and also Radio Stella on the frequency 6320. Also a good signal from Radio Stella here, Jack, but they are on low modulation, as ever. They have the highest low modulation signal, therefore making listening to the broadcast a little bit of a problem here in Germany. Good signal, low modulation here in Germany, Jack. So, there's Seljockville, some nice signal, but a little bit hard to copy the audio there. Yes, okay, that's it for me here, Pirate Andy on PFBS. Anyway, but I will make sure to you right now. Okay, nice talking to you all, especially because of this time of the day, quite late, but really nice signals from all the stations. Okay, bye-bye from here.
PFBS. Okay, hi. Here I'm the return on Shortwave, Voice of the Netherlands. Operator Gary Gerrit, the son. I hope that you receive me WMR and also PFBS radio and the Radio Pac-Man. Radio Pac-Man, I've heard you for a very short time on 6.239 kilohertz. This is Gary here on these sides. Also WMR on 6.235 kilohertz. I've received you here, but on a very good signal. You have the stereo signal. And about 2 stations, WMR and the radio PFBS on 1 frequency. And then you can almost hear stereo. WMR I receive you with a wonderful and very loud and clear signal here. It's very good indeed. WMR. First time, excuse me for my very bad English. German, it's a lot of better here. I will send you the tape. I think I will tomorrow. I will be copy the tape. And I will send you the last, I think, 10 or 15 minutes of Radio Caroline. A friend of mine, they have a tape of 20 minutes, of the last 20 minutes. But I will look after that, and maybe I can become the tape of 20 minutes, and I will send you that then on your P box number or address is 42 Allen Close, in Cambridge in England. I have your address WMR. Oh, my tubes is standing a little bit red here. 813 tubes. I must go lower with the power. Also with the transmitter. Yeah, how do you... I hope that the stations are standing by at this moment. I must replace a fuse here. The fuse is broken. The fuse is broken here. And I hope that you will receive me at this moment. Where was I been? WR, I will send you the tape. Also, I think 10 or 20 minutes. But I will send you the tape of the last minutes of the WMR weekend of World Mission Radio, and also the 51819 the radio WMR. I will send you the tape and address is 2042 Aaron Close, Cambridge, England. I will send the tape to that address, and I hope it will be clear. Radio WMR, Weekend Music Radio. Okay, now going to the PFBS radio, Pirate Freaks Broadcasting Service Systems. I've received here a very good signal here, PFBS radio. But I have sent you for, I think 2 years ago, I used another name. I have used another name. And then I sent you a reception report of our QSO. I have a QSO made with you. But I have never came a QSO report return. How is that possible, PFBS? The name that used Blonde Pirates. You know, certainly, Radio Blonde Pirate, I have make a QSO with you that time. And it never became a QSO return. How is that possible, PFBS radio? Let me ask you for that. Also the Radio Pac-Man on 6.239 kilohertz, I've received you quite good, I think it was you. I will be listening on the frequency W or the Radio Pac-Man. Okay, with 8 watts and the output power is at the moment with 300 watts. I have a little problems here with the fuses on the translator, but burning out here. I'm using here the EF 9 and then the 807, and then the 2 times 813 to 813 with the push-pull system. The shokes are coming out of the AC610 transmitter, and it's giving about 600 watt of output power. Okay, I'm listening to the Radio Pac-Man on 6.239 kilohertz, and time it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes past 2, 20 minutes to 6.3, and I will be listening Voice of the Netherlands, asking again for a reception report on each of these frequency. Frequency on this moment is 6.2, 37.4 here on the frequency counter. And at this moment frequency controller, frequency teller in Radio Pacman. Okay, I'm listening. This is the Voice of the Netherlands on 48 meters, usually frequency 7.4 and 41 meters, but I've rebuilt a transmitter and the aerial especially for WMR. Yes, of course, the WMR. I've rebuilt a transmitter. I've heard you last Saturday night, the Radio Rainbow, and also I've heard you, and I think by myself I will rebuild a transmitter on 48 meters. It's got a lot of hours here to rebuild a transmitter. And also the station Radio Stella, I will give a reception report on 6.320 megahertz. Radio Stella, I have received you here with a sample of 3 and 3, 5 times 3, but the audio quality is quite good, but the modulation is too soft. It must be louder here. I think the amplifier to modulate amplifier, it's too low to modulate the amplifier on that state. Okay, the Radio Stella. I have no idea what kind of amplifier you use, but I'm using here the amplifier with the 6 times VT4C, and the modulator is about I think 600 watts of music power. And if you want to use 500 watts, you must use 500 watts of music power if you want to modulate if you want to use 100% of modulation, you use an amplifier of 100%. I hope that you received it to the station of Radio Stella. Okay, that was the Voice of the Netherlands with PBox number 669 with the city code 7900AR in Hogeveen and Holland. I will tell you that PBox number 669 with the city code 7900AR Alpha Romeo in Hogeveen in Holland. I will spell for you that Hotel Oscar Golf Victor Echo Victor Echo November Hogeveen in Holland. And now I will be listening to the PFBS radio. Good night, I will be listening.
Did you know how people walk? Did you know you're everywhere I
And then I will be back for one time when I will be closing down here on this side. Okay, Radio Pacman are listening. Break over.
As I said, Radio Confusion on 6298 kilohertz, 6298, playing a recording from our station here, PFBS, and also from WMR. So thanks a lot for this. Here in Germany is S9, about S9. Good modulation, maybe a little bit over-modulated, but very good to listen to. So, nice signal from you, Radio Confusion. Okay, but I should say we will hand the microphone to Weekend Music Radio. Listening out what he has to say, but as I said, I don't know if I come back. So long, take care. 73, this is PFBS. Now, going once again to the frequency. This is the Pirate Fix Forecasting Service. In QSO with WMR, Radio Confusion, Radio Pacman, and the Voice of the Netherlands.
quality 100% polycotton grey sweatshirt with crew neck, long sleeves, and the Caroline 319 logo in bold letters is waiting for you. Send your personal check or £10 down 25, which includes postage and packing to Seagull Sales, BCM Box 66, London, WC1. And don't forget to state whether small, medium, large, or extra large. Seagull Sales, BCM Box 66, London, WC1. 3, 1 times I love you.
Let's hope we do meet again on the people from Radio Caroline. Weekend Music Radio returning to both Radio Pac-Man and also PFBS, who were again both on at the same time. But I could actually pick both of you out because Radio Pac-Man's on 6239 and PFBS 6235. So I like listening to you both on that over. I gather Radio Confusion's on 6298. Hello there to you, Radio Confusion. Where did you spring from? You're right on the go tonight, I'll tell you. I can't really stay on the air too long, but I'll certainly stand by for another couple of overs. I'll have to go to my bed. It's coming up to 2 o'clock, and I do want to be up tomorrow morning to listen to the shortwave. So I'll make it quite brief and say thanks very much to VOTN. I gather you're going to get me that tape which I wanted. And Pirate Andy has gone QRT, I believe, of PFBS. PFBS has gone QRT, so that's good night, Andy, and wish you all the best. I'll be going there myself, but hopefully you laddies will be carrying on QSOing for some time to come. Maybe not. It's a very nice band, very nice signals all over the place. And Radio Pac-Man, for 8 whiskies, your signal is very good. And you mentioned there that you're broadcasting into a long wire antenna. Good grief. I never had much luck with the long wire antennas at all, and had much more success with the dipole antenna. But of course, you said you had time to put the antenna up when you were listening to my music program. I'm glad you received a station over in Holland, and maybe even you could drop us a line and give us a reception report, etc., to the mailing address 42 Aaron Close, Cambridge in England. You'll get the address in any good DX publications, Radio Telex, for example. Right, I think I'm just about to leave the airwaves myself. I'm very tired, and I'm going to go because I'm very tired here in the studio. It's been a long day, to be honest with you. It's been a very long day. So I'll pass it back to... Well, I'll send it on to Radio Confusion first of all, and then you can pass it on to VOTN. I think I'll make this one my final, to be honest, but hopefully you boys will be continuing for a good while yet to come. And Radio Pac-Man, VOTN, PFBS, and also Radio Confusion. Thanks very, very much for perhaps listening to the music program this evening, and also to Radio Flora and Radio Stella, who've also been listening. We've had quite an audience this evening, and no doubt there's been a good number of people tuning our way, having heard about the raid on Radio Caroline. They have been listening to the shortwave to see if there is any activity because of the raid, and indeed here we are at Weekend Music Radio, broadcasting non-stop almost for the past wee while. So I'll say 73s, and I will be standing by for the next over from Radio Confusion, and then I'll be going QRT. So Radio perhaps we can meet again some other night on shortwave, maybe next Saturday. I hope so, that'd be nice. But I may be going out, you see, so I don't know. We'll be also possibly broadcasting sometime again. This is Weekend Music Radio now, leaving the airwaves and listening out. I won't be coming back unless someone asks me any questions, okay? I would like to ask Radio Confusion if you were listening to the station earlier on with the programs, and if you have any gossip for me about the situation out there as it stands at the moment, because quite a time has elapsed since the last bulletin of ITN news and also the last telephone call I had with someone who knows a bit. That was sometime around 9 o'clock. So we'll stand by for Radio Confusion, who may have some more light to shed on what is happening out there at this time. So we'll be standing by on 6298 kilohertz to listen for Radio Confusion from the UK, and then I'll be going QRT. So, as I said, thank you very, very much for listening to us this evening. Radio Pacman, VOTN and PFBS. I'm closing down. Bye.
Yes, we have been meeting with Dutch authorities we own, and they are shut the station down and take us all on. Right, we are in international. There's a breach of right to be here, and I plead for help. We need help. Please, anybody who's authority, anybody who thinks they can do, well, please help us. Radio Caroline, anchored in the international sea. We are currently being what's the latest news, Nigel? Authorities are on board now making... Right, this could be the end. We wish you another lot. Here since 1964, Sunday 1964. Hopefully someday, Radio Caroline will be back. In fact, I feel sure that we will. Please now before Caroline goes. Radio Caroline, broadcasting to the international waters of the North Sea, the voice of love and awareness. It's 4 minutes before 1 o'clock. And this radio ship is currently being boarded. In fact, we have been boarded. I understand that various officials from various countries are currently crawling all over this radio ship. It seems little we can do. To you on this day. It is Saturday the 19th of August 1989. The radio ship Ross Revenge, the home of Radio Caroline for many, many years. We have been boarded by officials, and indeed one might even go so far as to say a couple of thugs from a Dutch vessel which is alongside. Several members of the crew have been manhandled, and it appears
that their intention is to tow this radio ship away. This, of course, is a flagrant breach of international regulations. Exactly 6 years today since our broadcast started from this boat. This is the fine anniversary present. One wonders about the timing of this event. 25 years on the air, 6 years on this boat, and they're now illegally boarded up in international waters. Have every intention of towing the vessel away. So if there is anybody at all out there who can perhaps offer some assistance, whatever that might be, please try. It's coming up to 1 minute before 1 o'clock. We've had just about everybody associated with the radio station in the studio. We have Caroline Martin, who's beside me. Not looking too well. Nobody's going on now downstairs. The discussions are going on in the mess room. We shall keep you posted. In the meantime, just to reiterate that message, this is the radio ship Ross Revenge, anchored in the international waters of the North Sea. We have been boarded by a Dutch vessel. Once again, we have been boarded illegally by a Dutch vessel. Do you know what it's like to be free? Over the years, since Easter Sunday 1964, we have known what it's like to be free. And the only trouble about freedom is that it scares a lot of people, particularly the people who themselves are not free. And when they see freedom, the only thing they can think of to do is to try and stamp it out. And Radio Caroline refuses to be stamped out. We will be leaving any moment now. The boarding party are finding their way to the transmitter room, and they are going to all our broadcasting gear, take the studio to pieces, dismember the generators, and then incapacitate the ship totally. We'll also be taking staff with them. But I'm not sure how that one works at the moment. But they are now making their way downstairs. We will be going there any time. Nigel, this is the saddest day of my life, and I think it's going to be a sad day for a lot of people. I know, but we just can't fight them. There's too many of them. They have a tight size of the rock. And it's not the end, I'm sure, although it's easy to say that. The Ross Revenge is not the only ship in the world. We can assure you that Caroline will return. The 19th of August 1989 is the day the UK, Great Britain, became a totalitarian state. Radio Caroline, we love you too much to leave you forever. Please keep tuned over the weeks and months to come to our frequencies. And I feel sure that you will hear something in the not too distant future. Update for you. Here's Dave Richards.
Yes, the situation is representatives from the Dutch Government and Coast Guard are on board. They're essentially various broadcast equipment. We're not sure whether that includes surely it does include our shortwave frequency, the 819 frequency, components or the whole transmitter for the 558 frequency. Also our studio. They intend us as the basic problem is that they basically this ship off the air. They're leaving the ship and they're leaving the people on board it. We have the option
Right. As it stands, the gentlemen are going to remove the ship and take a few other things as well. What they have just told us is that we are free to go back to Holland with them, but there will be no more charges pressed. We will also be able to go back to England, and there will be no charges pressed there. Alternatively, we can stay on the Russel. Now, would you like to say anything?
Okay, there we go then. That was the situation yesterday. Radio Caroline was boarding by the Dutch and British authorities, and an act of piracy. For the last time from the Ross's end. We've just turned the end. This is Britain Radio International on an unscheduled broadcast today. And we'd like to thank Radio Jolly Roger for allowing us to use 6230 today on their normal pro-cams. Should be going out just below us on 6225. We appreciate that. This frequency may be used again a little later on this morning with another broadcast from us, but we're not sure yet. Return your radios in about 10 minutes time to wonderful Free Radio London. We will be running a special 2-hour program called the WFRL Special Edition on 6275 kilohertz. Okay, that's between 10 and 12 this morning in about 10 minutes time. Return your radios to 6275 kilohertz. That's the wonderful Free Radio London. Going in depth with the latest developments concerning Radio Caroline's boarding, and be telling you all about the news that they have had up to the minute itself. So do that for you. Do that in about 7 minutes time.